Watch curveball. Hi, Maximizers, and welcome to my live. How is everyone doing tonight? I'm going live super late, but better late than never. If this is your first time watching my live, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Crystal, aka Krista Maximizer, and I'm a business coach, and I help women make sales and grow their audience using live on social media. I have been in business since 2018 is when I first started my first YouTube channel, and I actually started making sales and actually coaching and helping women in 2019. And since then, I have been able to use social media live to make multiple six figures online. Thank you so much for those likes. And for tonight's live, and for most of the month of May, I want to talk about how you can use social media for your business. So if this is your first time watching me, I would love to know where you're watching from in the comments. So let me know where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country you're watching from. And let me know in the comments, what is your favorite social media platform? So let me know where you're watching from. And then in the comments, tell me your favorite social media platform. My lives are super interactive. I answer any and all questions that pop up. And I love to know who's in the room. I love to know who I'm talking to. I like to get as specific as possible, give you specific examples. I've probably done well over 600 live streams, probably more than that. There's times where I've gone live for half a year, like not consistently, but I have gone live for well into 200 and 300 days at a time. So since 2019, I've probably done way more than 600 live streams. And honestly, it is my favorite way to grow and connect with my audience. Hi, I see more people popping in. So please, please, please let me know in the comments. Don't be shy where you're watching from and what is your favorite social media platform. Where are you watching from and what is your favorite social media platform? I will tell y'all mine in a little bit. I won't start this with my favorite, but I will let you know that I'm live right now on Instagram, TikTok, 2 YouTube channels, and my Facebook page. So I'm just very excited tonight to talk a little bit about live. Should you have any questions about using social media for your business or going live, let me know. But the first thing I'll talk about why you should be going live as a business owner, this is the freest way for you to build your audience. If you are a business owner and you are not going live, you are missing out in a segment of your business. Okay, so what do I mean by building your audience? You get to actually engage with your audience in real time. So even though I'm the only one that's talking, you are able to listen to me, you're able to comment, you're able to share your feedback, you're able to ask me questions. Hey, Miss Toya, thank you so much. Where are you watching from and what's your favorite social media platform? So being able to build my audience in real time is amazing. How does that happen? Number one, most platforms push your content when you are live. So when you are live on TikTok, TikTok is pushing your live to the FYP page, and they are also pushing some of your content to the For You page. I know so many of us have been scrolling on TikTok and you see someone's video and you see that little live sticker indicating that they're live right now in the moment. So you're building your audience because you're bringing awareness to your page. You are bringing people over to your page. People may watch your live, they may follow you, they may watch a piece of your content. So you're building your audience. And as you're building that new audience, you're able to engage with them in real time if they decide to stay and watch you. I've seen people on live where I may watch a few minutes, I may follow them, and then come back and binge some of their content later. Or if I see someone on live and I dig them, I like them, I'm loving what they're putting down, I will go ahead and start binging their content immediately when I'm done watching the live. So going live allows you to build your audience. You get in front of people who may not have been checking for you or looking for you, but you actually get in front of those people that you probably should be in front of, but they just didn't know that you existed. So it's the freest way to do that. Back in the late 1900s, as the Gen Alphas call it, you had to spend thousands of dollars to get in front of your ideal client, right? So if your ideal client was new moms, you'd have to pay a lot of money to be in like a Babies R Us. You'd have to pay a lot of money to actually be on a shelf in a store, right? That is lots of money. Pay for a commercial, a billboard, a sign on the side of the bus, when really you can literally show up in front of your ideal audience for free on your phone. And going live allows that a little bit more organically because you get to be less put together, which brings me to my second reason why you should be going live in your business. You get to be authentic with no restrictions. Miss Toya is here from Jackson, Mississippi, in TikTok. I do love TikTok. I definitely love TikTok. And You get to be authentic. I don't have to really worry about editing anything right now. I can pretty much say whatever I want. Try not to cuss too much because TikTok will turn your live off. Hey, blessed in every area. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know where you're watching from and what's your favorite social media. TikTok will kind of turn off your live if you cuss a little bit, but Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, they don't really care as much. You don't have any fluff, any limits. You don't have to put in any extra stuff, right? You feel sometimes when you're making a TikTok or you're making a reel or you're making a YouTube video, you have to make it a certain length of time, right? You have to put certain things into your video. Whereas live, you can just show up. Okay. I was like, I want to go live in May. I was sitting here and I was like, I need to do it. I need to do it. I had a topic already. I had my points all ready to go. And I was like, I can just show up. I don't need the makeup. I don't need the hair. I don't need to worry about all the things. I just want to show up to my audience and share something good. So you don't have to put in all the work when you go live. And honestly, if I could just go live and not make a piece of content, I would do that. And I plan on sometime this year doing that as a strategy where I won't make any YouTube videos. I won't make any reels or TikToks. I'm literally just going to go live because it is really my favorite way to show up here. So you can be authentic. There's no restrictions. I can just sit here and talk. I've been told for most of my whole life that I talk too much, and this is the perfect thing for me to do. The third thing is, and I think this is very important as a business owner, because remember, you are a business owner to do what? Make sales. Okay. So you need to be selling. When you are live, you can talk about your offer in detail. You don't have to break it up. You don't have to be all quiet. You have fun outside?
He on the porch. I feel like a bird bath.
I heard you out there rummaging around.
Trash can with that damn bug spray got me coughing. Get down. He pooped. He did what he was supposed to do.
Good job. I'm going back to my live. You don't have to not talk about your offer. You can talk about your offer in grave detail, and you can talk about your offer from the perspective of my mother and my aunt are watching me. My aunt is very intrigued about this right now that I'm live in 3 screens in front of me. She's like, why do you got these phones? Anywho, you can talk about your offer in detail. And when you talk about your offer, you talk about it from a place of how does your offer, your product or service that you're selling, offer a solution to the problem that you have, right? Can you just give me 10 minutes because you're gonna keep on talking and you're gonna distract me. My mother is a mess in here. You talk about your offer from a place of how is this a solution to a problem that your ideal client wants solved. Okay. I feel like sometimes when you're in a pre-recorded video, you feel like your pitch or your offer or you selling feels salesy. I want you to put a number 1 in the chat if you feel like when you sell, it feels salesy. When you sell, you feel pushy. When you sell, it doesn't feel authentic. For me, the most authentic sales come in live because I talk about my offer from a place of this is a solution to your problem. Okay. So Blessed Areas, Georgia, I love YouTube. Okay. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. Life lessons with Lasagna. So when I talk about my offer on live, I talk about it as a solution to the problem. So what do I have to offer you right now is a live boot camp. So if you are someone who feels like you want to go live more, the live boot camp is going to be for you. And I'll tell you more about it later. But do you see how the problem is you want to use live in your business and you are unsure how to put the pieces together to make live work for you? The solution to your problem is my 3-day live boot camp to help you create a live plan and strategy so that you can show up confidently to sell your offer, get some leads. Okay. So when I'm live, I can talk about my offer very authentically and very easily, and it doesn't feel pushy and it doesn't feel salesy. Okay. The fourth reason why, as a business owner, you should be going live, you can answer questions from your ideal client. Okay. The reason why I love answering questions live is because there is probably less than 10% of business owners, content creators, educators online who are actually answering questions. They will give you content for days. They will give you all the information, but very few people are going to sit down and verbally give you a response to your question. And what I learned is connecting with my audience, engaging with my audience, and answering their questions puts me really high up on their know, like, and trust factor. And as a business owner, people are going to buy from you when they know you, like you, and trust you. And for me, live is a great way to build that know, like, and trust factor faster. Because if you drop a question in the comments right now and I answer it, you're like, I will listen. My mother is telling her dog to sit and stay. I know you can probably hear her because she's so loud. Um, I move up in your know, like, and trust factor because I am answering you in real time. I'm giving you what you asked for. You didn't have to wait a week for me to respond and type it out, right? Because sometimes typing out a response does not give you the answer that you needed to get your question answered, right? So when I can answer your questions in real time, it's helpful. It gives me also great content ideas, which is my next reason why you should go live as a business owner. When you're answering questions, when people are bringing up topics, that is new content. New content. Can you close the door for me, please? Because the basketball game, I can hear it. I'm almost done.
Why the hell you didn't do that downstairs?
Because you was downstairs already. I don't want to go downstairs. Aunt Jack, my aunt is like so intrigued right now. Okay. So answering questions in real time gives you fresh content, because the questions that you ask me is a great piece of content for me to make for the future. Because if you have that question, someone else has that question, and they could be a piece of content for the future. Okay. Next, exactly what I'm doing right now. You can go live on multiple platforms at once, and you can get 3 or 4 birds with one stone. I do not go live on one platform at a time. It is a waste of time, in my opinion. If I have an audience on Facebook and an audience on TikTok, I'm going to go live in both places at the same time to reach my audience. It You can take the same video from YouTube and post it on TikTok and post it on Instagram, but with each platform being a little bit different, you're going to have to spend some time editing and reformatting and maybe even repurposing your content. Versus me being live right now, going live on each platform is pretty much the same. There's no intricate rules or things that I really need to change about going live when I'm live on all of my platforms at once. So I love it because I don't have to do any editing. I don't have to do any changing. I don't have to do any switching. You can literally just go live, share all of your details, be on all the different platforms, and then every place besides TikTok, you can post a replay. Which brings me to the next reason why, as a business owner, you should be going live. Utilize the live replays and repurpose them. I leave my replays up on Facebook. I leave them up on Instagram. I leave them up on both YouTube channels. So that way, even if you didn't join me live, you can actually go back and watch the replay, and that becomes more content for you in the future. And again, I get a lot of comments on my live replays. Those comments are pieces of content that I can create in the future. I can also respond to those comments and those questions on the video, but I can also turn them into a piece of content. So there's so many benefits to going live and letting that replay up. Another thing that I've also done is I've used the clips for later. So maybe I've gone live and it was like a 45-minute live. I've taken out 1 to 2 minute or 30-second clips and use that throughout other pieces of content on various platforms, but it was a live replay. And I didn't have to stress or worry about any specific content. So going live has been a pillar and an anchor in my business. And I feel like as a business owner, if you are using social media to grow your audience, which we all should be using because it's free, going live is definitely a part of your strategy that you're going to want to add in. And if you are like Crystal, I don't even know, right? I'm scared to go live. I don't know what to say when I'm live. Who am I going to be talking to? Why? What's the point, right? How can I make going live work for me? I am hosting a 3-day live bootcamp to help you. Okay. And the purpose of the live bootcamp is to help you have a social media plan that includes going live. Okay. And it's 3 days. And on day 1, we're going to figure out your live game plan. So I'm going to help you specifically figure out what you should be talking about based on your business, because each business is different and everybody's lives are going to look a little bit different. And we're going to talk about preparing your live assets, like all the things you need before you actually go live. Number 2 is preparing to show up. This is where we're going to talk about your confidence, Because if you're an introvert or you're someone who's scared of public speaking, you really have got to prepare yourself on the back end by having your topics ready, by having your show notes ready, by having knowing exactly what you're going to say, your topics. You got to have all of that stuff ready so that you can show up confident to your audience, right? And then we're also going to have your offer ready to sell. One thing that I've had to help my clients with is you can't get on live without a purpose. Live should have a purpose. We are business owners, so you should always be selling, right? So having your offer ready to sell and present as a solution to a problem, we're going to talk about that on day 2. And on day 3, it's all about sell your ass off. If you are a business owner and you are not making sales, you have an expensive hobby. So we're going to be talking about how to engage with your audience, how to sell without feeling salesy, and how to actually share your offer as a solution to the problem. Because if you just say buy, 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 no one's going to buy. You want to share the transformation, you want to share the benefits, you want to share how your offer, your product, or your service is going to help your ideal client get more of what they want. Each day there is going to be time for Q&A, so you can ask me all of your social media business questions, and there's going to be a workbook, and you get access to the replays for 30 days. So if you want to join me for live boot camp, it's May 13th through 15th. Why is my mother on here? It's May 13th through 15th. It's going to be live on Zoom every day. So you'll be able to talk to me and I'll be able to talk to you. We'll be able to have a conversation. You can sign up right now at KristaMaximizer.com/bootcamp. It is only $99 for all 3 days, the workbook, the replays, and I think that's his all. And each day is going to be a 90-minute session. So it's going to be 90 minutes every day for 3 days. Okay. So now I would like to open the floor. If you have any questions about going live in your business, let me know in the comments. If this was helpful, let me know yes or no. Blessed in my everyday life says, I'm not a speaker, so I'm pushing myself to leave my comfort zone. So when you say not a speaker, are you confident about talking about your YouTube channel? And do you have a business where you're selling something, or is it just your YouTube channel right now? Is it free for me? No, you got to pay, Karen. It's not free. Not free. Why is my mother like this? You got to pay double. Let me know. Lasagna, if you have an offer, like something that you're actually selling, or it's just your YouTube channel. One question I always get is how do I figure out what I'm talking about? Like when I'm on live, what do I talk about? And this is what I do. This is what I teach my clients. One thing or one way to figure out what you should be talking about, like when you are going live, is what does your ideal client, the people that you want to buy from you, what do they need to hear from you or learn from you before they buy from you, right? So if I'm hosting a live boot camp to help you go live with the purpose of getting leads and making sales, what do you need to know before? Okay. What you need to know before is why should you be going live? What platforms do you want to go live on, right? So I'm going to be sharing with you over the next couple of weeks all these social media tips, right? Tips about each social media platform, how to best use them, why you should be using them, why you should be going live, how live is going to help you. That's all the things you need to know before you come to the live boot camp. So I really want you to focus on, like, if you're selling something, what does your ideal client need to know, hear, understand before they work with you, before they buy from you, right? So that's one way to figure it out. Second is, what questions are you getting specifically or in your industry? What are other people in the industry like you? What questions are people putting on their social media? You can answer those questions and that becomes your live content, okay? So I have a strong Southern accent, so it holds me back from feeling confident. But as long as people can understand you, that's it. I want to offer coaching for fatherless daughters. Do you already have your coaching together, or are you still figuring out what that coaching would look like? If you already have your offer, then the live bootcamp will be great for you. If you don't already have your offer and you need help putting your offer together, then potentially one-on-one coaching may be best for you. I do have a free sales call if you want to book a free sales call for us to talk to see about which working together would be best for you. If you are in a place where you're like, you know what, I'm ready to figure this out, I'm ready to invest. If not, I understand completely. But if you are, the sales call will be great for us to figure out where I can help you in that. I love helping people start coaching businesses. Definitely love doing that. So you can go to my website, KristenMaximizer.com, click on book a call. It's free. And we can talk about what it would look like to work together if you're ready for that space. Okay. Are there any other questions? You're welcome. And that goes for anyone. If you want to work with me, you want to work with a coach, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm ready for this, book a free call and let's see if it's for you. If you already have your offer, you already have a little bit of a social media audience, and you're not going live and you want to come to the live boot camp, it's only $99. It's a great way to work with me, get some coaching, and then you can decide if you want to work with me in another program in the future. But it's a great way to get your social media strategy up to the next level. Are there any other questions? You can go to my website, KristenMaximizer.com/bootcamp to sign up for the live bootcamp. Think of any questions after this, feel free to send me a DM over on TikTok or Instagram. The last thing I will say is I do have a brand new YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris, and I'm halfway to 1,000 followers. So if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, Build a Business with KRYS, please go subscribe. Go watch my latest YouTube video. I have so many videos over there about starting and growing and elevating your business. And I would love for you to come over and subscribe and help me get to my first 1,000 subscribers. Okay. So I want to thank y'all so much for joining me. And hopefully I will see some of you tomorrow and even more of you inside the live boot camp. Have a good night. Bye.